Hey guys, John here with the Grumpy Dad Sports Talk Show, and we are going to make a list of my favorite position in the NFL. And I think that most people know that you don't usually win a Super Bowl unless you got to cut at least one or two of these guys on your team. The bruisers, the guys inside, on the edge, making an impact, getting after that quarterback. Let's talk about edge rushers. And I'm not going to say defensive end because that kind of is more of a 4-3 style. We're just going to say edge players to kind of do an all-encompassing thing. And so, number one on this list, Myles Garrett. As much as I know the guy's a head case, he bugs me, mustache. Myles Garrett is one of the best defensive ends I've ever seen. I mean, that guy is a freak of nature. That guy is the size of a doorway. I'm a big guy, and he would make me look tiny. And you cannot deny the fact that he's definitely the best edge-setting defensive end in the league, period. Best edge-setting defensive end in the league, hands down. And the guy has had, I don't think he's had a year or a fully healthy year where it's like less than 12 sacks, something like that. The guy's just a beast every single year. He's basically the I can't even think of anybody else on that Browns defensive team other than him that could be worth even mentioning, really. And so Myles Garrett's got to be number one. Number two is probably going to be unpopular due to who won last year's Defensive Player of the Year, because he was the previous year, but I'm going to go with TJ Watt. TJ Watt, we're going to put some tenure involved in these lists a little bit. I'm going to take it a little bit into account. Hold on, baby. Okay, I'll make you a sandwich in a minute, baby. A little bit into account because TJ Watt, when he played the Seahawks, not this last year but the year before, he single-handedly won that game. Single-handedly had. This guy is so good at getting his hands up at the line of scrimmage, batting the ball down, getting picks, not quite like JJ, but he is one of the most relentless. He never gives up on a play, which is an admirable quality. That's one thing that I love. Because I always hate hearing people like, well, they really gave it their all on that one. It's like, well, where is that the rest of the game? TJ Watt is not that guy. Every single play is giving it everything. And I admire that. You don't get 20-plus sacks by accident. TJ Watt's my number two. And then, number three, have to give it the Defensive Player of the Year award, Joey Bosa. You know, the NFC West rejoiced. And I hate to say that because that sounds horrible, but they rejoiced when he hurt his knee. What was that? His year two or rookie year? I can't remember exactly which year it was. And as a Seahawks fan, you know, I have to deal with this guy twice a year. I have to watch him destroy, which I want to say in the playoff game, Nick Bosa, 0 QB pressure, 0 sacks. Charles Cross, baby. Charles Cross. Anyways, Joey Bosa, number three, defensive end list. Number four, this one's tough. This one is tough, these last two spots. But I got to give it to my boy Max Crosby. Max Crosby. So I watched a stat that said that the only player outside of Aaron Donald to have 100-plus QB pressures in the last 20 years is Max Crosby. And you cannot deny the fact that Max Crosby has played on an absolute train wreck of an organization. Their defense has been absolutely subpar, and he has really nobody to give him a hand, and Max Crosby is... It's crazy how little sacks he has, but nonetheless, that don't mean that the people game plan for Max Crosby because they know they got to get the ball out of their hands fast because he's coming after you. He is relentless. That boy, there is no give up in that guy. Number 4 on my list, Max Crosby. Number 5. Now, I think this guy is more of a system product than anything, but nonetheless, you don't get this many sacks on accident, and so that's Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick played in the Super Bowl, Philadelphia Eagle. The guy is a beast. So I saw a thing that he is the only player ever, with 3 seasons in a row with 12-plus sacks. Please don't quote me on that, but they were talking about it during the Super Bowl. The only player ever. So that means that every single year he has consistently been a great pass rusher. And while I don't know much about the guy because I think the overall defense that they had in Philadelphia this last year kind of overshadowed him because, I mean, look at that defensive line. Like, Sweat, freaking Cox, Hassan, like, it just, the list goes on. Like, Jordan Davis, like, they just have such a good team. Like, it was just crazy. But that's my list. So we got Myles Garrett, number 1. Why am I blanking? Myles Garrett, number 1. Joey Bosa was number 3. Holy wow! I'm getting old. Nolan, what's going on over here? Making your dad freaking forget his own dang list. Joey Bosa is number 3. Myles Garrett is number 1. TJ Watt is number 2. Hassan Reddick is number 5. And Max Crosby is number 4. So again, that's Garrett, Watt, Bosa. Garrett, Watt, Bosa, Crosby, and Hassan Reddick. All right, guys, that's my list. Top 5 current NFL defensive ends. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to like and subscribe to my page. Thank you, guys.